Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? All right, man, switch it up. Talk about some light heavyweight news right now. Now, the fight's getting ready to start in a few minutes here. I just want to jump online real quick, man, and see if any of you guys heard about this, man. Now, I did see shouts out to Beverly Rose. Go subscribe to her channel. I did see she had a video up. Then I kind of forgot about it because I seen the title that he didn't spar in camp. So I kind of forgot about it, and I'm sitting here, I'm waiting for the fight to come on. I got the ESPN app, and I'm listening to Timothy Bradley, Andre Ward, and I forgot the other guy's name. They're talking about the fight, and it came up again. So I just remembered that they're saying this dude did not spar in camp. Like this is crazy, man. Now I'm trying to just think back for like a big fight. I'm not talking about, some high profile fighter, fighting some journeyman, stay busy type of thing. And he really didn't get as much sparring as he would like. But I'm talking about in the biggest fight of your life, you didn't get no sparring in camp. Now, look, I understand we're in a different age. People, they have different methods and different ways of training, right? You know what I mean? So look, man, either him and his team is way ahead and I'm just lost in the sauce on my old school shit and they're just way ahead with just training and preparing a fighter for a fight, but no sparring. I mean, wow. No sparring for a guy that doesn't have that much experience as it is. The dude only had 12 amateur fights, only 18 was it 18 professional fights, man. So you would think that this guy would want to be in the ring sparring as much as he could, and I understand that, you kind of taper off sparring towards the end of camp, things of that nature, man, but no sparring at all and just strictly, shadow boxing, pad work, and everything else they do in camp. Um, Especially for a guy that doesn't have a lot of experience, man. I'm just not sure about this. I'm gonna get to you guys' comments in a second, man, but this is crazy, man. This is crazy. Dude has done no sparring at all for the biggest fight of his life, man. Now styles make fights. Now, if he has the proper style to go in there and handle Kovalev the way that Andre Ward was able to, Alvarez was in their first fight, then hey, so be it, man. Like I always say, styles make fights, not resumes. But but there are some things that go into that though, man. Especially when you're just inexperienced, like the way Yard is now. He's heavily muscled. Seems like he can punch. You know what I mean? He, like I said, in my other video, he kind of fights out of the Mayweather esque, Roy Jones esque type of style. I'm not saying he's those guys, but he kind of fights in that type of manner. Wants to walk you down behind the you know the Philly shell, wants to peck away, lead with power shots, lead left hooks, lead straight right hands. He can bend at the waist. He can move his head. He looks phenomenal against the guys he's been fighting. But can he get on the inside? Can he walk Kovalev down? And he's not going to go unscathed. Kovalev does have a good jab, does have a good right hand. He blinds you with the jab, tries to follow it up with the right hand, straight right hands. You know what I mean? Can he get past that reach and get inside on Kovalev and go to that body, break down that body, and can he make Kovalev miss and make him pay? To me, sometimes Yarde can stand very flat-footed, where he just depends on bending at the waist, catching and rolling, kind of the stuff that he does when he does his pad work. It looks great. It looks cool. You know what I mean? But what's going to happen if he gets clipped? And we're going to see here in a minute, man. Let me get to what y'all talking about. But this whole not sparring, no sparring in his training camp for this fight, man, is crazy, man. J Jerk, what's good? Quest X, what's good, bro? He says, I can't believe it just has to be a misdirect. It could be, you know what I mean? They could be setting everybody up for the okey doke. But him and his trainer, man, and I've seen that type of pad work that they're doing, made famous by Floyd Mayweather. I'm not a look, man, when it comes to that pad work, this kind of off topic a little bit. I've never been a fan of it. Although Mayweather's a phenomenal fighter, right? One of the greatest of all time. We know that. That goes without saying. But I just never been a fan of it. I like I would prefer if I was training a guy for him to do more realistic, in my opinion, more realistic type of pad work where, you're pumping jabs, you're throwing across, you're throwing the hook. Yeah, you're gonna, slip and roll shots, but at the same time, tap the shoulders 5 times with the pad and then hit the glove and then hit his elbow. And I mean, I don't know, it just looks too choreographed. if I was training a guy, I wouldn't revert to that type of pad work. You know what I mean? Although some fighters use it and it works great for their camp. I know some people say Mr. Box is not for power, it's just for reflexes and timing. Um, yeah, I've never been a fan of it. But when I see Yard do it, I don't know. I just don't see the tapping of the pad and hitting your shoulder 6 times and then rolling under. And I don't know, man. I like more realistic type of pad work where the guy's actually taking the pads and he's swinging them at you like he's really fighting you. Now, Yard and his trainer, I've seen him do that where the trainer actually has the pads on. He's just swinging shots. You could tell they're not choreographed. He's like really kind of sparring with them a little bit. You know what I mean? I like that type of shit, but not the, hit his glove 4 times, roll, duck. I mean, I don't know. I just prefer things that just more realistic to what's going to take place on fight night. Let me see here. Bitcoin boxing was good. Kingpin, what it do? Crazy D3 says Yard never spars. Tunde's philosophy absolutely imbecile. Oh, he doesn't spar at all? Because I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not privy to all of his fights. I've seen him fight a few times, especially coming into this fight, because I thought it was. I think they're rushing the young man to tell you the truth. So I went and did some research. Obviously, I'm privy to Kovalev, but Yard's the name I've been hearing. A lot of you guys been wanting me to, talk about fighters from different weight classes, and Yard has been a guy people have been bringing up to me. Um, this guy's really inexperienced, man. I gotta get this dude his props for having the balls to go over to Russia and to decline Canelo Alvarez $1 million step aside offer, man. You dig what I'm saying? Because Canelo wants Kovalev, and I think Canelo thinks he can break Kovalev down. He can get past the reach, get on the inside, work his body with combinations, and get him out of there. That's why I think Canelo. Then I was hearing something like Canelo wanted to fight Kovalev, whether he wins or loses, which is that's retarded, man. Like, what if Yard goes in there and sparks the dude out in a couple rounds? You still want to fight him after that? You know what I mean? Coming in off a knockout loss, that'd be a hard sell to the public, in my opinion, man. But Canelo has a huge fan base, and if you have a huge fan base, sometimes your fans will watch you fight the fucking milkman. Miss Boxing was good. Well, we'll see if he's a mad scientist, Bitcoin boxing. We gonna see. Either he's just gonna be mad, you know what I mean, or he's gonna be a mad scientist. I guess we'll see. And that's what I'm saying about Yard. It's like my eyes are telling me that I'm seeing something special because I see the bending at the waist, the head movement, powerful puncher. I am kind of worried about the big, heavily muscle guys, though. I always say that because going deep into fights, sometimes those guys fade. All right. So my eyes are telling me that, hey, man, I think I'm seeing a special talent, but just against the competition he's fought. And like I've said before, man, it's like going into a job and nobody hires you because you don't have experience. And after you go into about 15 to 20 jobs and keep all saying the same thing, it's like, well, shit, how about you give me a chance so I can get some experience? So maybe this is his opportunity where this is gonna be his experience right here. To me, again, it's like jumping out of uh, you know, the 80th floor. You know what I mean? Really jumping out the window. But man, to not even face no former world champions or some former, uh, you know, someone of that ilk, man, like a Pascal or something like that, man. You know what I mean? James Dagg says, I heard Boxing Ego say the same and gave Kovalev the edge as a result. Yeah, I haven't listened to Ego's, you know what I mean, breakdown of the fight, man. But if he's on one accord with me, I think a lot of fans are, man. Again, like like I was just saying, either I'm seeing something special and I'm just having some doubts. I need this to just put the cherry on top to what I think I'm seeing, or I'm just seeing somebody who looks great doing pad work, mid work, explosive type of athlete, and he's able to beat up on journeyman type of guy. With you know what I mean, this still trying to learn the sport. So it's gonna be one of the two, man. But I'm gonna go with Kovalev. I'm gonna just keep it real. I'm gonna go with Kovalev, and if you know what I mean, Yard wins, then all right, we back. But yeah, so if he wins this fight, man, I'll be back. You know what I mean? Telling you how wrong I was about him. But Again, the eye test is there. I just need to see more. I need to see if he has that grit. Does he have that toughness when he's getting clipped? And yes, I know he was against the ropes in a few of his fights. The guy who he fought, I keep forgetting his dude's name, Nikolai Jigalagachek, some fucking dude. The dude that fought Arthur Abraham. You know what I mean? That guy had Yarde against the ropes, and Yarde was able to maintain, stay focused, stay sharp, and he was able to catch that dude with counters. You know what I mean? Landed actually a nice right hand that started the trouble in that fight. But this is going to be some real pressure with a guy that has that can crack. You know what I mean? It's one thing to get pressure, another thing to get pressure against somebody if you're against the ropes and that guy's able to keep his range and to keep you just against the ropes and he can land that right hand. Because Yard does get hit with some right hands. I've seen his body straighten up after getting hit with right hands. Even though he's doing the shoulder roll and he's rolling and twisting and bending, I've still seen right hands get through on him. And he's gonna have to counter back quick. You can't let Kovalev get into a continuity of just landing, sticking his jab, moving, picking his shots with that right hand. As soon as he throws that jab, leaves out there too long, you got to counter him. You got to go to his body. You got to counter him quick and go to his body and make it rough. You know what I mean? But we'll see, man. And that's another thing. No sparring, man. So, and I know when he does his mitt work, like I said, he kind of spars with his trainer. The trainer's throwing punches at him. But just, I've heard fighters say that, to get your face toughened up. I actually heard Oscar De La Hoya say this before, but De La Hoya one time said, you got to get the sparring in to get your face ready. You know what I mean? Your skin and to get your chin ready and all that. Not you're gonna have a better chin, but just of the feeling of being hit. You know what I mean? And if this dude hasn't got hit since his last fight, I mean, we gonna see though, man. Everything I'm talking about gonna get answered. He's okay. Yard's walking to the ring right now. He's feeling himself. He's dancing and doing his thing, getting psyched up for the fight. The crowd kind of just looking at him like, what the hell is he doing? You know what I mean? But he kind of, he feeling himself, getting himself hyped up, man. But hey, y'all, I appreciate y'all joining, man. I'm gonna just sit back and relax. I don't really feel like calling this one, man. I just feel like shutting my mouth and just seeing what's gonna happen because I'm really intrigued by him as a prospect. I just think it's a little bit too early, but we gonna see, man. So hopefully Yard makes a believer out of me, man. But I'm gonna be back, y'all. We gonna chop it up again, man. I'm gone.